mistake. I don't think Koyin will come and do anything with her outside.
I don't know. I have a situation where I started out being friends with this person for strategic reasons.
So it was a deliberate action to come and give us a show.
Sure.
And that was what Imisi did, and it worked for her. She being friends with Kola might work because she might now stop all this her performance.
The BBNaija 10 over 10 season is finally over, and you all will agree with me that the housemates gave us a show. From fights, strategies, love, and disqualification to Imisi winning the show. My name is OluDamee, and this is BBNaija Banter, proudly sponsored by AdMe, your quick, tasty, and stress-free way to get back your time for the things you love. And today is all about AdMe and Jill. Let's dive into the drama. All right, how are you guys doing?
Great.
Brooks, are you okay? Okay. All right. Let's meet you. What's your name?
My name is Philomena Moses Lawson. I am a filmmaker and AD.
What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Steven. I'm a Paul sport reporter and writer.
Brooks, please. Do.
My name is Brooks, and I'm a film reporter and a filmmaker as well.
Okay. You're not sounding really energetic or excited. Are you okay?
Get in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Imisi won the show this season. What are your thoughts on it?
I'm happy for her. I think she deserves it, to be honest, because I sat back and I thought about who would really be a worthy winner. If you look at all the housemates and say, okay, who gave this season? I think Imisi falls into the category of people who should win. And if she won, then that is fine.
What about you, Steve?
Yeah, I support what she said. If you look at all the housemates, those who went into the final, the last 10, actually did their best. And looking at the last two, you can't take anything out of their performance. Same, if Dede had won, she would have been a deserving winner too, because she brought something unique to the show. Nobody has ever done 3 fishes. Who has ever done that? Nobody has ever done. Yeah, Imisi too brought in something unique. I don't think any of the ex-housemates have ever brought in that kind of this thing to the show. So she's a deserving winner.
Brooks, do you disagree with him?
I do not disagree that she brought in a lot to the show. I think that she also had like great fan base as well, and people who loved her for her performance, so to say. And yeah, I think for that kind of performance, it's not out of place that would get you to.
But did you see Imisi and Dede, get into the top 2 together?
Yeah.
Of course, I didn't. Actually, it was going to be Koyin.
I think I have somebody that we have the same thing in mind.
I thought it was going to be Koyin and Imisi. And to be fair, word on the street is that when Faith got disqualified, Faith people, because Faith and Dede got close in the last week, Faith people said, okay, since they don't have anybody to vote for, let them vote for Dede. So that was what, if you see the margin from the polls, you see that Koyin had 16.2 something.
I think 15.2 something.
15.2 something. Dede had 15.2 something still. 0.9 something rather, about 15%. So the margin was, quite close.
You want to?
Yeah. So when was Faith disqualified? Was it Thursday or Wednesday?
Thursday. So that's not.
I don't really.
That's not a possibility.
I don't think
one day is a lot. One full day.
It was in the evening. Don't forget.
No.
I don't think Faith's fans would wait because it would wait until Thursday to give him all the votes.
Like the vote that
it's just a little.
Imagine. Do you vote? Do you know how it works? Do you vote actually? Okay, so what I'm saying is that you are not allowed to vote for a particular cycle. I don't think you can vote more than. I don't think you have like
vote till Friday.
Is it till Friday or Thursday?
Thursday.
Friday.
Oh.
I'm very sure.
If it's Friday, then fair enough. But if it's Thursday.
But then again, are you saying that Faith's fans waited until
they didn't
was disqualified?
Do you get my point?
They had plans to vote. Every fan base voted till the last minute on Friday.
So what
if I vote today, if I see my friend tomorrow, I'll use my friend's phone to vote as far as the voting lines are still open.
So you're saying that the people who didn't vote for Faith from Mondays to Thursday up until his disqualification now voted for Dede?
No, I'm saying that when they found opportunities to still vote, they voted again, but this time for Dede.
You cannot vote. One person cannot vote two people.
I can.
Guys, you're using two
Depending on
different
your
accounts.
package.
I just
I
explained
think it's not about the
package.
Okay.
I voted with my phone. I come to this studio, I see you, I use your phone and vote.
Yes,
Because
That means that person voted. Like, I don't think you're understanding my question. My question is, one person, one device.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Cannot
if you're-
vote for two people.
yeah.
Neither would you say, okay, like for example, I think we are allowed 750 votes on digital, whatever, like on your phone, right?
Mhm.
So if you allow 750 votes, for instance, are you saying that Faith's people voted 250 and left 500 for Dede? I don't know if you just, like, for me, like, I'm trying to understand how Faith's people could have voted for Dede, except people who did not vote for Faith, or people who voted for Faith and then used another device to vote for Dede. And then
it
again,
can't
for
be
me, it's
much.
still there. Exactly. It's not significant.
Let me tell you how the show works, how people vote is not by voting for them and just sit down. You rally and vote. Why do you think people rally and vote? Why do you think they gather and vote? To use one device? No. They will get all the devices that they can, get a lot of numbers and a lot of SIM cards, and then they will vote as multiple times as they can.
So you're saying
Yeah.
that Faith...
Yes, I think we have like a we have a lot to
I
do.
don't agree. I don't agree. That's what I'm asking.
I get it.
I don't
I get it.
agree.
You don't agree.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
I get it.
Even if that happened, it wasn't significant. Yeah, it wasn't significant. It's not that much.
Okay. There's something that my brother does after every season, every week. All the people that are up for eviction, you get to see how the polls work. I would like to see that.
Oh,
So that we can tell.
But
how-
even if that is how the polls work, you can't say for sure that this person's fans voted for this person. Especially when they did not have
like
alliance.
about the polling unit,
Okay,
the voting thing after the show, right? So talking about Faith disqualification, guys, what do you people think? I personally think that it wasn't, I wouldn't say it wasn't deserving of it, but Faith is someone that is very smart, very intelligent, could have gotten another chance. But then his younger level, I don't know how to place it. I like Faith personally. I do like him. What he did was wrong. Then I just feel that he could have gotten another chance.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
I personally think that the offense that made him to be disqualified was not worth disqualification. He could have gotten like a double strike, especially because, there was no physical harm. At least we can't tell. She was like, oh, there's a possibility that I have internal bleeding, this, that, but
Do you think that was true?
no. Because that same night, she was on top of Jason J riding with the leg,
You say it the way
like the hand. She was riding, so she was fine. But what he did, however, was a lot. And why a lot of people are, they are comfortable with the fact that he was disqualified was because of his, I don't speak English,
Precedence.
yeah, thank you, precedence. So we have seen how violent he got with Imisi when he tried to drag the hand from her. We have also seen how violent he got with Imisi when he tried to collect the kerosene. That was like,
When you're looking right.
yes, when she was trying to cook and he wanted her to stop. We have also seen how he will be guarding the housemates. He provokes people. He will come and stand right in front of you and, dare you to do stuff to him. We can see those patterns. But the why it's so painful is that people that let him go all this while, there was no prior warning. There was no consequences for any of the things he did. And then when this one happened, I'm not going to say that people are just gathered everything and then use that to disqualify him, because you cannot say you are disqualifying me for something that you did not say I did wrong, right? So if it's about the reason for his disqualification, I felt like he could have gotten a double strike. But did he have it coming? Yes, because he has been getting away with a lot of things. Yeah.
So I don't want to sound a bit awkward with this, but I feel Faith has overstepped in that house. And why I'm saying this is there are series, like you said, there are series of events that he had come back and back and back and done a lot of things that people would feel like, come on, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Again, and Big Brother mentioned something when he was addressing the house before the disqualification. He said you've been warned severally.
Yeah.
That means Big Brother did not warn him in front of the housemates. Possibly he could have called him to diary room and warned him.
Maybe say for just the general warning that he says to
the old housemate and all. So, and there was a time Big Brother questioned his morals and questioned his actions during his diary session when he said, "You are always instigating."
Big Brother said that.
Yeah, that was when he had that fight with Culture. Oh yes, Big Brother mentioned the fact that you instigated that fight. It was not about Culture. Fine, I might have.
But instigating is not a bad thing. Like
It is actually bad. It's a crime. It's a crime in the house. It's offensive stuff in the house. So you don't instigate a fight. So he has instigated several fights in the house, and I think people are
What is instigator?
That's not the word you're looking for.
provocative. Yeah, provocative. Yeah, he has been provocative.
I don't think anything Faith has done in the house has been in a vacuum. Nothing that he has done in the house has been in a vacuum.
How do you mean? Please?
Yes, because from the very beginning in the house, it wasn't particularly the house's favorite. People didn't like him. And that was even without him doing anything. He was bullied, he was pushed.
I don't.
There've been times where, like, the first 3 weeks of that house wasn't the most pleasant. In that house.
Come on.
Do you
Just
like
the same way I just
Do you
said.
like Faith?
Why are you asking that? We're talking about Faith.
It's a question.
That's like, I'm talking about Faith. Because
Do you like
whatever I'm
him?
going to
Like,
say is going to be...
your fan?
I'm not a fan of anybody.
Okay.
So whatever I'm going to say, I don't want it to be looked at through that lens because, like, I didn't even get to my point. And then it's like, do you like...
Okay, you can go ahead. It's just a question.
Okay, so I would say that nothing happened in that house without some form of, hostility towards him. However, I just think that my issue with Faith, especially, is the same issue I have with a lot of people who claim they are intellectuals. There is often an absence of emotional intelligence when you're dealing with people. Beyond bringing your best foot to the table, your best hands to the table, beyond being very excellent with tasks, you need to appeal to people's emotions, you need to appeal to people's egos, you need to understand how to work with people.
Yeah.
And I think Faith wasn't able to do that. There have been times where people took his stuff. Imisi would take his stuff. We can also call that instigation. To see that Faith went around to instigate people in the house, for me, I find that really weird because that is actually not a full representation of a lot of things that have happened in the house. It wasn't just Faith instigated people. With the cigarette issue that happened where Bribe pushed him, where Culture threatened him, right? That was not that was not accurately represented in how we have actually spoken about it. It was a thing of, I am the one who bought cigarettes because I wanted to trade it for food. But you are taking cigarette because you have convinced yourself that this cigarette is for the entire house. So it was not an instigation per se, and then he now moves to take the cigarettes. We take the lighter inside, right?
Yeah.
What?
That was not
That's how I understood it. That's how I saw it. That's what happened. And then there are other people in the house who have done the same thing. I feel like for me, that's not my issue with Faith. My issue with Faith is not the game in the house and whatever strategy. My issue is that fight that took him out of the house was one of the most unnecessary fights. He did not need.
So do you think it was
for me? It was unnecessary.
Do you think it should be disqualified, or
I don't think it should be disqualified, but it would have been gravely punished. But again, I can't think of any other punishment that would have been as grave as disqualification. If I want to be honest, I don't like that he was disqualified. But what can I say? And again, Big Brother this season relaxed some of his rules.
Yeah.
He relaxed it.
Yeah.
So again, I don't know the motivation behind that disqualification, but I'd like to think that there has been a pattern. No, there has been a pattern. Why am I saying I'd like to think there has been a pattern? When you drag things off of people, there has been a pattern. But to say that, but has he hit anybody? No, he hasn't.
Okay, if we have to talk about face disqualification, we will not leave this place. All right, so we've got Admi rice meat here, right? Let's unpack. Can have a taste of it. This is really nice. And it has this coconut, delicious taste and aroma. I really like it. So imagine you've been craving rice for like a very long time. All you just need to do is to use Admi rice meat to cook your delicious rice and you are good to go. All right, so what veggies can you taste, Brooks?
I can see carrots here. And I love carrots. Anything with carrots does it for me. You guys, that's what you got right. Carrots.
Steve, what about you?
Yeah, from the one I'm about to pick now, I'm seeing green pea. Yeah, and it's actually nice when it comes with rice.
They've got dry green pea flakes.
Yeah.
All right, how about you?
I see pepper. I don't know if they added it or is all Admi, but I see pepper and the flakes are quite visible. So it's nice.
Okay. They have like 4 veggies, right? They've got red bell pepper flakes, they've got carrot flakes, they've got dry green pepper flakes, they've got onions, they've got red chili pepper. Yeah, so for me, I really love the onions flakes, by the way, because I love onions.
Like onion.
I'm cooking anything like this, aside swallow, I use onions a lot.
Genuine question. Are you telling me that everything I'm seeing inside this rice, besides the rice, is Admi?
Yeah.
It's actually really nice, for real.
I think like someone like me who is very lazy with cooking. I'm very lazy. I don't like to cook. Admin is the best for me.
I know.
It works because it's like just toss everything inside and then you get your meal.
Yeah.
So like it works perfectly. Like if you're a 9 to 5er, I don't know if there's a word like that, but if you're somebody who's like in the corporate world and then you need something really, really quick in the morning before you leave, I think that's actually it's innovative. I like that.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it is that even if it is rice, pasta, noodles,
Yeah, whatever it is,
Yeah,
like,
good to go.
just toss it and then just get something.
yeah, and it gives you more time to do other things that you want to do. Okay, so we have to go back, right? So we have to go back to the BBNaija banter because I know that this is very distracting. Okay, so what is your biggest highlight this season?
Oh, I think it's the conflicts between Imisi and Faith, where she was telling Isabella, let me sit down. If I bring another one for my leg, me and you today, we're not going anywhere. I think that was it for me.
Yeah.
It was interesting because the entire housemates participated in the conflict.
Oh, yeah.
They were there, they were commentators, there were people who were for Imisi, there were people who were like, no, let's see how it will end. You know, I loved that it was, you know, a fair fight. Let me put it that way. Yeah.
What about you?
I think, yeah, she's right. But there's also another part where Imisi face came up.
Missy.
Yeah, Imisi face came up. Gonna.
Yeah. I was going to say that. That's like my highlight to this season. Like,
So,
watch the part.
No,
Okay, so what's your
I
highlight?
sell clips. Well, for me, I feel like everything makes the cut for me.
Yeah.
As a like for highlight, I think for Imisi, I love how authentic she is in her performance. I know that's paradoxical to say performance and to speak about authenticity as well. So while I think that everything was a performance, I love how she stuck to that script. She did it without an apology and did a fantastic job. I feel like at every point when I saw her going to read the rule book, I anticipated something that made for good story, to be honest, because I don't think there's any story without suspense. So I sort of looked forward to who's going to be the next person that is going to, do you understand, that is going to come at this babe. And then for another thing, I think another, I don't know if that makes it call for highlights in terms of the response to your question, but I also like the fact that there was some form of quiet resilience that Dede exuded. It's very quiet, it's very silent, and I like that as well. I like that without doing too much, you get people to talk about you. That's my dream girl.
That's your dream, girl.
Yeah, because for me, it's like, so you can actually just not do too much, and then people would still recognize you.
For Imisi, right?
In the midst of a lot of noise.
No, for Dede, okay.
In the midst of a lot of noise, you are still able to stand out. And for me, that's actually very like cool. That's actually very nice.
Would you guys say that this season did give us like 10 over 10 effects?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It did.
Yes,
Every
absolutely.
Every
It
outfit.
did. You know why I would say so? Because every of the housemates that came, I would say that is because the show has run for like 9 years already. So they know what to do. They already have things. In fact, you see them telling themselves, "We're not sleeping. Let's wake up. Why are you sleeping?
Why are you sleeping?
If I
I know
sleep
you
too
have to
much,
sleep."
wake me up." There are times where I've seen housemates
in their
they
A
will
game.
come and sleep, but this set, everybody was ready to give. And I think
Yeah, they
I
get.
also think that this year, I think for a bit now, I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is the first time in a while they've done a physical audition back to back.
Yes.
Because I think in the previous year, from lockdown up until now, I think it's always been virtual.
Yes.
There's some video thing you're supposed to submit.
Yeah.
But this time around, they saw people. So it was, while picking people, they picked people who could give. And everybody came with some game or the other. I think my only concern, it was, there were just too many. And I feel like some people would have had the chance to shine a lot more. So you almost felt like watching a slow burn movie for some people. So if you're not attacking that first few days, people, it's easy to forget you. That's why Imisi would always remain in the lips of everybody. because she knew how to, like,
From the beginning,
from the very beginning. Isabella, same thing, the whole issue with Kaikum. Like, there was no waste of time. Like, everybody came to the house with a plan or with whatever it is they came to do. And
But what you guys think about Isabella switching from Kaikumi to Coin rather?
She called herself.
there was no surprise there.
So I don't think.
The only surprise was that Coin gave in the way he did. I think that's the only surprise. I'm talking particularly for the last week. When she started with the, "Oh, I dare you to kiss me," typical Isabella, it wasn't a conversation, something she would do. But then when the thing started graduating to become a ship, and I think Dede leaving the house also contributed to that, to the growth of that ship. Anyways,
they did.
Yeah, I did
when she left the house.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
So by the time she left, Isabella felt like, okay, Coin is here for me. We're free. Let's just be having fun. And then they continued like that. But by the last week, where it looks like emotions are beginning to, get in, that was what I was now surprised by from Coin's angle, not from Isabella. So I think 2 days she was already.
So what you think like Koyi was like emotionally attached to her? Like towards the last week?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, well, again, so when you get into the house, I'd like to imagine, and that's because I went to boarding school and I stayed in a hall where I just had my mates. Oftentimes, those are that's your reality. When you get out of the house, your options are broader. But when you come into the house, your options are limited to the people you are seeing in the house. So people that you would typically not go for outside the house become your choice, or at least become an option for you, because it feels like, okay, now, so let's say you didn't like a guy with dreads, and you don't like a guy that wears his trousers beneath his bottom and stuff like that. I don't like a guy that smokes. But then again, you've seen 6 guys smoking, and you are left at 6 guys. Okay, you have 6 guys in the house, and then you have maybe a guy smoking, the other one wearing his trousers at the bottom, and the other one with dreads. The truth is, you're going to have to pick from the 3 that you don't like. And it's going to be probably the one that wears trousers at the bottom, or the one that wears dreads, because that's a lesser evil based on your standards. And so that's what happens in the house. So yes, outside the house, they might not work. We know these things don't work, but it's a reality TV show, and we have to understand that.
Talking about the way not work,
Mistake. I don't think Coin will come and do anything with her outside.
I don't also think Isabella will.
I don't think Isabella.
I don't even think Isabella. I don't think both of them.
Because, like I said,
I think they pursue anything outside the house.
guys, right? Right? The shifts in the house that you can recall. Do you think that something might happen after the house?
A lot of things.
some are already happening. Zita and Damboski, they're
Doris and
everywhere. Doris and Denari, they are happening.
So
I think that's the
the only one I'm so I'm a bit
That one was
I feel like that
working already.
awkward.
I think I'm following
working.
the other one.
They're blocked. It's not even just on follow. It's already not working. And I feel like what it
That
is
was
for
the
me,
same thing that happened to Bella and Shex when they came outside of the house. And they are still really strong till now. So
If you say so.
me, I'm not saying if you say so, because I feel like Mide, there's how she is. We saw her in the house. She would tell Bright, you have something outside. In as much as I like you and I like what is going on here, I still want to respect the person you have outside. I don't want us to do too much. Even though she still went against her words to still do something, she is because of the enclosed space. Now that she's outside, she's seen that this so-called ex, Abi bright person, is threatening to sue, threatening to do this. She should now come and entangle herself inside the mix. I don't think she would do that.
Yeah, I don't think you should do that.
She'll remove herself from it, and I think that's what she did. So I don't.
And I think that for you to be able to survive inside the house, you need alliances, whether as friends, as siblings, whatever, whether it's a siblingship, a relationship, some form of alliance, whether it's romance, whatever it is. I don't think you can actually survive in that house without some form of alliance, because you need people to explain your intentions.
Survived, sure.
Because you had alliance.
Who was it?
Dede was his alliance. And then it was like, no,
Rude Boy too.
again, that's what I'm saying, that again, you still need it. In the beginning, it was Dede.
It was not in the beginning, because him and Dede didn't start.
So are you saying that he did not speak to anybody in that house?
He's not speaking. We're talking about alliance.
They had
Everybody spoke to everybody.
But everybody, I feel like most people had alliances in the house. I can't think of anybody that didn't have anybody.
Okay, Steve, you want to say something? Sorry to cut you.
No, I wanted to say, Coin actually had people
Okay.
Did.
close to him. Rude Boy was there at some point. Like you said, Dede was
Jason
there.
this few
Jason
weeks,
to for some.
He had
Jason picked
somebody.
him, or he picked Jason for
Something,
guests
yeah,
or
and that was
something.
very
So,
beautiful, because again, I know that both of them were not particularly in a very good space.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I don't think there's any housemate that
did not have somebody. Yeah, no matter how ugly their behaviors were, they had people to explain. Because again, I think that for you to be able to survive in that kind of space,
Who was Faith's alliance?
at some point it was Joanna. At some point it was
No,
At some point it was. At some point it was Jason.
So I've got something really exciting for you guys.
Okay.
You need to hear it. So do you know that you can win a sum of 2 million naira cash with AdMe? All you need to do is to follow us at adme.ng and then take a picture with this. You know, doing any activities you love, watching movies, playing games, reviewing shows, hanging out with friends. And then for your entry, use the hashtag #AdMeAndChill and you are good to go. What do you think?
Take me a picture already.
Yeah, I'm also thinking of
My
that.
2 million.
2 million is juicy. 2 million is juicy.
All right, so we can take some reactions. Okay, so Whitney says Kanye was the winner week 1 and 2. Then got with Dede was tagged a furniture errand boy, an undeserving top 2. He actually gained more fans when he flipped the script with Isabella. Devastated, you all won't rewrite history on this street. But Dede spoils his game. What you guys think?
No.
Who is that person?
From my facial expression, you can already
have
tell,
what to
like,
say.
sister, what are you saying? I mean,
I don't know what to say.
That's
No,
not actually.
That obviously that person is possibly Dede's fan.
They said no. She said Dede's fault his game. She's not a Dede's fan.
Coin's fan.
She's Coin's fan because he's making a case for Coin.
So I think what is going on is when Dede and Kanye stopped speaking, a lot of people were like, oh, since both of them stopped speaking, this person has not been giving anymore. This person has not been giving anymore. And there's that word that happens on the streets of Twitter usually. So I feel like what the person is doing is to just, flip it now. Since Dede, maybe the person said Coin first, then she's now paying back. I feel like that's what it is. But you can't say that Coin was a furniture anytime on the show. Okay. And it's quite surprising that even all the ex-housemates, when they came out and they were talking about, who do you think is the winner? Who do you think has a chance? Who do you think? Even inside the house, nobody ever mentioned Coin's name to even be top 5, top 3, top anything. And I'm surprised because Coin has energy. They see that he has energy, from the parties to the arena to task presentation to wager.
I think the thing is housemates like to think that they are audience and housemates at the same time. So they for example, the Doris thing, coming into the house and having certain conversations with Gigi and the like, and sort of analyzing and sort of trying to have conversations around what people might think outside the house. The truth is, you never really know what people are thinking. As long as you're in that house, you would never really know.
Yeah.
Focus on your game. Do what you have to do. But then the truth is, if you're paying attention, if you're a very attentive person, you will notice a pattern, what works and doesn't work. If you dog on somebody, you're most likely giving the audience what's it called? Like you're giving the audience sort of what's it called? The morale to vote for that person you're dogging on. You vote on that person you're bullying. If you bully somebody, Ilebaya went from being a very, very annoying human being to being somebody everybody loved because of what Ike did to her clothes.
Yeah.
It's like this same thing with Faith. He has managed to make every other person in that house look like they came there without blemish because of that, because of the things that he has done, because of the past. Again, is what happens, right? You might be a fantastic person, but the moment you begin to pick on somebody, show a level of aggression that is not permissible or that is not welcomed, that is not necessary, people are gonna.
Well, I saw Faith in talk too, though.
Yes, of course I did.
I saw him.
I think Faith started bringing. His fans started calling him out more when I think from week 5 to the end.
Maybe I think it's week 4. Because week 1 to 3, he wasn't nobody in the house.
No, he was nothing.
Wasn't seen.
Yes, nobody was really
talking to him.
The encounter in the house was with Sultana when he had that.
You guys should slow down. He won most influential in week 3.
I think that's based on
again, that's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about in the house because I've not left that your conversation.
Right.
When you said they were bullying him and they didn't like him.
That was why it came as a shock to me to see, because they didn't like him.
No, they did not like him.
He was influential twice.
Let me tell you, right? In week 1, everybody understood that everything was fake. Yeah. And then they now did inside, let's go and nominate. He now made that statement that it was not the only one that stood up. Thelma did, a lot of people. Okay. And then he started shouting, "You people hate me in this house." And
okay.
That was where everything started from. And Thelma was the one that attacked him to say, "Guy, you were not the only one that stood up.
You also got his name down.
They don't like you. Went inside.
That in week 2.
Yes, because that was
because I read an argument, and was it not that same time? Was it not the same week where Thelma and Faith were in the same group?
It was the
and then she said, "Okay, wait, it wasn't in week 2. It was much later."
It was
I remember that
time that they nominated. On the show.
Yeah, on the show. That was the only time.
It was the only time they nominated
once on the show.
They did not nominate again.
Then that wasn't week 2 then.
It's my work.
And it was on week 2? Because I witnessed it.
Yes. And then the very next
I started to be corrected because I didn't think it was week 2.
Do you know why I say it's week 2? The very next week, he won most influential. And that was week 3. Because after Rude Boy, it was him.
Yeah.
Rude Boy won most influential first, which is in week 2. And then for the next person was Faith, week 3. Before it progressed to
likes of Mensa.
Jason.
Mensa won like 2 or 3 times.
I think Faith won
twice too.
Yes, Faith won twice as well. So for somebody that they don't like, why would they be voting for you like that? They can decide not to vote for you. Is their
because again, I noticed that he didn't really have people who really wanted to hear his side. He didn't really have people who was really supporting him.
You know that Faith will gather the house.
Some house and
teaching them.
Talking.
Listening to Faith. Why telling me about Faith?
Let's not forget the fact that when he got disqualified, it was as if the whole house was like so happy that he got disqualified.
Yeah, because
because of what has happened. I can understand.
Do you
that.
Remember Faith's reign when he was head of house?
Yeah.
Even his best friend
his reign.
John herself came and said it was too much.
It was too much.
What's his name? Culture. Because of his reign. Like, why would you wake people up to share tissue paper?
Like,
he was doing all sorts. You will come downstairs to come and collect your battery. If you are sleeping, he will wake you up from your room, come downstairs, collect your battery, go back and go and sleep. How does that even make sense? And, he kept doing annoying things like that. To the point that Big Brother had to tell him, guy, do you see where you can...
So again, I think people management is where... That's like I said, remember, that's what I'm saying. People management, you don't manage, you need to really, really know how to manage people because again, you can be the most intelligent person in the room. You need to intelligent people. I feel like when you know a lot, you also need to know that people don't know as much as you. I also need to know when to stop, put your feet on the brakes. It's not everything. Because again, you can rationalize all that he did. It's his reign. But again, you're dealing with human beings who have feelings, who have emotions. You need to appeal to that. You need to speak to them in a way that would get them to do what you want to do. And not every time you get them to do things and they're fighting. Because again, even if it's your mom that is talking, we can think of times where our parents were way older than us. Like Jonathan, who are way older than us would say certain things. And then it's like, you grumble to go and wash that plate. So imagine your own mate, you're in this house fighting for the same 150 million. I can understand why anybody would be upset. So that's why I'm saying that I agree that he's very smart. I love the fact that he's very intelligent. I love the fact that he won those tasks. But you see that last fight, it didn't need to happen. That
wasn't necessary.
It's a task that he could have given up. I mean, you won all this task. What is it about that one?
See, the thing,
And it was not even the leader of the group.
let's not even talk about
And that was not the last day.
No, I don't want to catch you. I don't want to catch you. I'm like, she's cutting me again. Okay. I love Faith. He's very smart, very intelligent, but then he needs to manage his anger level, right? What do you love doing that admin gives you time for?
Okay, for me, everyone knows that I create content. So one of the things that we need is food. So whenever I want to cook and I have to go and start cutting, slicing this, slicing that, Admi is my one-stop shop for every quick meal,
shop.
spag, noodles. And to be fair, I really, really like the flavors that it brings. Besides even saving time or anything, whenever I add meat to my noodles, for real, this one is not, I use it. So it actually saves me time and I enjoy using it.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's more on writing because I'm a writer. So most times, I really love Admi. There's this package they gave me the last time, and it was, my friends at home were like, "Guy, come on, where did you get this?" And I said, "Bro, I got it from no Admi now. Say Admi, which one we Admi again?" So, but when they used it, there's this my friend that does not prepare his noodles without putting carrots and other green peas and other veggies. The day he used Admi, it was like, "This how much do they sell this?" And he wanted to get, and I was like, "Guy, don't worry, I will take you to where Admi company is. You shatter a lot."
Wow.
Yeah, so I think Admi has he's also a writer, so it gave him more time to like do what he wants to do without going through any stress.
That makes sense. Brooke?
Yeah, so like I said already, I'm a lazy person. Not like I'm lazy, but lazy when it comes to physical labor. And that includes cooking. So for me, anything that makes my cooking easy. Do you get my point? If they start selling meat today to add flavored meat into my stew, I would like jump on it because again, it makes my cooking seamless. It saves time. While I'm just putting everything, because at least it takes me like 30 minutes to grind everything. I can use that time and I don't know, like probably just jump on a video call with family or something. Just go about my other activities of the day and then, yeah.
Okay. Can we go to reactions? Okay. We've got a reaction on X from Kate. Kate says, "You see the top 4 for Sultana. It was by the grace of God and stubbornness of her fans. The girl peed in someone's suitcase and still landed on her feet. The whole Nigeria listened to peeing on the TVC main news. She's a phonics. Sultanas should be proud."
I'm sure you meant sultans should be proud.
Sultans should be proud.
That's the name of our fans. So to be honest with you, right, I'm quite surprised that she stayed till finale. I'm quite surprised by that. But I think what made Nigerians not get really upset about Sultana peeing in Didi's box was the fact that they didn't show that to us. If we had seen it. When Faith and Imisi had the whole tussle back and forth with you used my pot and then I dragged the pot. We're just having conversations around it. When Showmax released the clip, the conversation started again.
But then again, where it wasn't video, the pot thing was it? Like, it wasn't shown to, like, how do I put it? Like, we didn't see it, but we saw it because Showmax showed us, called our attention to it. It now worries me. It bothers me. Why didn't they show us?
Let me tell you.
Because the excuse no, what I mean is, why didn't they, like, defy it? I think the show Faith had.
Yeah.
Maybe she was naked.
Yeah.
What I think I don't like, you know, when you're watching the live show, they don't show you everything, of course, but you can call someone's attention, like you can call the audience's attention to, especially when it has been mentioned. Why wasn't that shown?
I'll tell you why it wasn't shown.
Because the excuse at the time was, why they didn't punish her was because they did not we did not see it on the live show.
Punished her.
Please,
They punished her.
please, let's be serious.
Punished her now.
Peeing on someone's box and that punishment they gave her. Come on, no.
What's the punishment?
Come on.
Punishment.
That didn't count.
She wrote,
And then she was sitting on the floor every time they gather in the
For somebody who is
drink
a snail of the house, sitting on the floor is like patting the person on the back.
well, she's not the snail. She peed on somebody.
So not the snail on that week, but she's not particularly active.
Time. She was
And she was snail of the house. No, she has been a snail of the house.
No, she was a snake
anytime.
anytime. She never a snake.
She was sitting on the floor because that was a punishment given to her by Big Brother. Sit on the floor anytime they gather. Go to where you go to
She should stay away from alcohol. That was the punishment they gave her.
and that. Then
Then she was also
There's another punishment.
tardiness.
Hey, that's why I'm calling snail. Yeah, she was just
Tardiness.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not the
That one,
the
they said
pain
she
is the
should not take-
alcohol.
yeah,
Yeah.
she not take alcohol
That's
for
what I'm saying. Like,
So the most important thing is that there was punishment. But for Faith, even when the clip was released, there was still no punishment.
they should have punished him.
Yes, and that's what a lot of people were saying.
should have.
They should have, but they didn't. So you can see that there are a lot of things that Big Brother let go as well. There are many times that they should have punished Faith. And I was surprised because when Bryce Morgan pushed Faith, you got two strikes. And I feel like that was...
I feel like a lot
No,
of
but Morgan had pushed somebody else before Faith. Many
people were
times.
supposed to be punished by
Can you call me rather? Can you call me for the bread? No, not the bread. Is it bread?
Yes, he called him
He called it a beach.
A bitch, yeah. Kaikome came into the house to tell it, you guys should, why you guys like slow bitches, and then that was when he flipped here. I can remember.
But let's not forget Rude Boy and Zita's fight, right?
Yeah, she collected a double strike too for that.
Who?
Zita.
How about Rude Boy?
Ruboy didn't
didn't do anything.
Ruboy didn't do anything.
But he slapped her. Right?
No, he hit her now.
Didn't touch her.
Didn't touch her.
Didn't touch her.
I said
I watched it by myself. I watched it like 15 times.
I said it that he was strong
for his
enough to
slap,
control his emotions
Yeah.
there.
Because even me, I will not stop at one slap.
To be honest,
Especially
if
if
I
you
was
didn't
the
touch
one as calm as I am, I might not control my hands.
That's what I would. But he didn't touch her.
He
I
didn't
watched
touch
the
her.
clip like 15
He
times.
tried, but he held his emotions there.
He came close, but he didn't touch her. Zita is there now. She would have said it that.
So can we say the same thing for other, because there's other people in the house? Faith didn't also touch Sultana.
Yes, we
Faith
are.
didn't also touch
But
Imisi.
the way
I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to
the way
say.
he
But
flipped-
anyway, hold on here. No, I'm taking back
understand?
my words. It's reactive. So for Rude Boy, it's reactive. So
Yeah.
I think I understand. Makes sense.
All right, so we've got another comment on X, right? Kaitana says the best thing that came out of this 10 over 10 season is Kola and Imisi's friendship. It's so powerful. I've never had a bond like that on BBN. We genuinely care for each other with no string attached. I hope the outside world is kind to them.
Thank you very
I
much.
hope so
The
too.
show.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I've said this thing before, and I'm going to say it again. It is nice to see how it has grown to be this, but let's not forget where it started. And
Exactly, and how it started. Yeah.
he wanted to be close to Imisi so that he's going to live off her fans, which worked.
Thank you.
And now that it has worked for him, he also now, got really comfortable being around her. Let's not forget that the whole house, they clocked it when he started. Kola, we know that Imisi is not your type of person. She's not someone you're going to relate with even outside the house. I remember you sat in a round table. I was having this conversation with some of the housemates. Are you still going to be friends with Imisi outside this house? They were asking me a direct question. He was explaining and
Well,
explaining.
that's what he does. He talks a lot.
But I know and I can see it that he has genuinely gotten fond of her. But are they going to last outside the house?
So
Would
it's
Kola take her to the places that he's going? Would he want to?
No. But they can be friends. I think they can have. I think they will have, because you know what I'm saying. So I have a situation where I started out being friends with this person for strategic reasons. I wanted him on my side because a lot of people were not on my side, and he was one of the people that called the shot where I was working. So I needed him on my side, and I started off as a strategy. It was a strategy, even when I don't need anything from him. Oh my God, can you help me with this? Just because I needed him on my side, just because I wanted him to see something different from what he had heard about me, and that grew to a very beautiful friendship.
I agree. That's
So
what
it's very possible.
Yes, that's
it's very
what they have.
possible.
I believe that
and I think that it could be beautiful. But again,
in the real
I don't. Color is too plastic. It's too plastic for me.
Yeah.
It's too plastic.
Yeah, like I said, I wanted to say for the house, it was beautiful.
Mhm.
But outside the house, I don't think
That's what I'm
would-
saying.
But Imisi,
Well,
Imisi is very beautiful. If you've seen her Instagram picture, she
Yeah.
dresses like that in real life.
Let's
I don't
talk
think
about Imisi
people will
for a
shut the
second.
door.
Let's talk about Imisi. Sorry, Daddy, permit me. Last thing. Last. One thing that she keeps saying is that, her performance.
Right.
I agree with you.
That's
That
why I call it performance.
Imisi was performing through.
But she said she was going to, and she stuck to that script.
Let me tell you why I say so, right? We have seen Imisi in many Yoruba Nollywood films.
Right.
And then we have seen Imisi dress up outside the house.
Right.
But what Imisi did deliberately was she came into the house with outfits that she's going to use to act. Same way Mensan came, printed outfits, was wearing medical uniform,
clothes.
prisoner's uniform. So it was a deliberate action to come and give us a show.
Sure.
And that was what Imisi did, and it worked for her. Why was I saying this? I was saying this for a reason. Why?
Well, when I said that and she was being a performing performance, we were talking about like Kola being plastic and not being authentic, and then
Imisi.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. So she being friends with Kola might work because
will
she
work.
might now stop all this her performance.
No, she will stop.
Go back
She
to
will
her
stop.
normal life, right? Where she's dressing up.
But it might take her a while, but she'll stop.
I feel like she can if she wants to.
But I
Right?
think we should give it to her though because she's very good with acting.
Yeah.
I mean, from the beginning to the end.
But you came to the house to sell your talent.
wearing
Any other
Crocs-
person doing any other
wearing
thing in the
Crocs-
house, I'm not sure.
Wearing Crocs on stage was epic for me. And it's a wrap on BBNaija Banter, proudly brought to you by Pose and sponsored by Admi. Whether it's rice, noodles, or pasta, Admi made got you covered with everything. Spend less time in the kitchen and have time doing the things that you love. My name is OluDamee. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.